Man is married.
Yes.
He should be out of bounds. For who? How is
Life
it your
is
fault?
preference, right? I like to date married men. You cannot date married men. Let me do what works for me.
She said, at this stage in my life, I'm very comfortable dating a married man because all a married man wants is XDX. And I'm going to give it to him if his wife is not giving it to him. These are the conversations that this... Hey! Let me roll the clip for you all to watch to the end. And I'll be back to my thoughts at the end of the video.
There are women at home that their husbands make passes at them, tries to touch them, and they are not interested. We, that is outside, we make your life a lot easier. You come, we rub your head, we pull your shoe, we massage your feet. This the wife won't do at home in most cases. She doesn't have time. Me, I have the whole day. I have the whole time in the world. So I'm sitting on his laps, he's grabbing my butt, or he's seeing my butt. My nipples are all over his face. At this point in my life, it's convenient for me to date a married man. Very convenient. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because their husband is my supposed boyfriend. That's not my business. You meet married men that 6 months, 3 months, they don't have sex at home. But they want to every day. They come to their girlfriend's house. They want, as they enter, they want just they do. But at home, there is nothing. So how you go? So that's my fault that you're not having fun at home, and that you can have that fun with me 1,000,000 times in a day if you so wish. You will always come to me.
Once the man is married,
Yes.
he should be out of bounds.
For who?
How is it your
Life
fault?
is preference, right? I like to date married men. You cannot date married men. Let me do what works for me. Primary thing that keeps that man coming back is the sex. It's not anything else. I'm going to go into sex a little bit.
Tell me more, mommy.
A lot of people came for her. A lot of people were saying she's disgraceful. In comment section, people are just saying, oh, she has lost her value. How can she say something like that out of her mouth? What is this word turning into? Why will you be so like this? Why will you just open your mouth to say that you are comfortable dating her? You are like, you don't mind, you don't care, you don't like, what's your business with the wife? Like, you're going to give it to him. Like, if he's going to come to your house every day to do it back to back, you're free. What is going on with these ladies? Like, what is going on, right? I know some ladies are comfortable dating married men, and I'm not going to blame them because I blame the married men, to be honest. They are the ones that are supposed to be committed to their wives, but they go out there to disgrace their partner. They go out there to disrespect their partner. They go out there to embarrass their partner by, telling their girlfriends or the girls that they meet out there how their wives and cannot satisfy them on the bed, how their wives are dirty, how their wives are not caring, or how their wives are not loving, how their wives do not show them emotions. They are the ones that I blame the more. I always blame the married men. I know that all the fault is not from them, but I blame them 100 because if they don't go out there to go and look for girls to, do stuff with and have girlfriends and side chicks, conversations like this will not be happening. If married men can stay faithful to their partner 100 and not go out there to embarrass or disrespect their wives, things like this will not be happening, right? If you're with your partner and you're done with her, you're done with the relationship, she's not giving you what you want, you're not feeling her, she's not feeling you, the marriage, both of you know that the marriage, you're struggling, go your separate ways, end the relationship like a normal human being, then go out there and look for another woman. Then you being in the relationship and going out there, knowing that you're not going to leave her. These men are not going to divorce you. They are not ready to leave you. And most of the time, it's not like there's anything wrong with the marriage. The marriage is okay. Everything's fine. But they'll go out there and start looking for young girls to, do their things with. And those ones now will feel like, okay, I am the boss. I am the ones that control this man. If I call him at any time, he picks. I am the one that he does. Like, you know, the kind of level. And sometimes I always ask these ladies, like, sometimes these men tell these ladies, like, I wish I met you before my wife. I'm going to leave my wife for you. Are these romantic words? Because I don't see anything romantic in this world. I see it as a threat. I see it as somebody that I see that you're kind of engaging with a man that is not emotionally stable, a man that is probably a narcissist, a man that is it's not okay, that is not mentally okay. Because how can you be with your wife and telling me that you're going to leave your wife for me, and you think that I'll be like, oh, I'm so sweet of you. I don't know how that sounds so romantic for some ladies. I cannot tell. But then people really came from, what is your take on ladies that come out confidently to talk about them? You know, they can sleep around with married men and they don't mind, because what married men want is XEX, and they can do it with him and they are good, right? Because even the wife cannot give him what he wants. Like, a married man can go and meet a side chick and say, I want it from the back. You know what I mean? If you don't know, I cannot say it here. They go meet the side chick, like, I want it from the back, because the wife cannot give them from the back. Then the side chick will like, oh yeah, they give them from the back. Like, so it makes the side chick to, you know, have that, like, I'm the one that control, like, I can make your man. Yeah, you know, it gives them, I don't know, the kind of audacity that is coming out from that video. Like, it shows that she has some married men at her fingertips like this, and she can just control, and they will just answer her, hey. What is your take on these ladies that say something like this? But then there was a video I saw of the woman telling these women that these married men that you're dating, or you think that you're in a committed relationship with, will not leave their wives for you. They're not going to leave their wives. They're just with you just to while away time. If that makes sense. Let me roll the clip for you all to watch to the end, and I'll be back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
Men don't divorce, they simply just cheat. And this is why you should never fall in love with a taken man, especially a married one. Reason one is because he's not leaving. He's not leaving. Most men will never walk away from a marriage. This is why 80% of divorce filings have to be done by the woman. She is the one that has to say, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. Most men are okay living in a miserable marriage. This is why they will escape through cheating. This is why they will have something on the side to escape from their miserable life. They would rather cheat than divorce. And this is because a lot of men deal with chronic codependency. They cannot be alone. And this is why they don't understand when women choose to be single, because for most of them, they would never be alone. They would rather be miserable with someone than single dealing with themselves. And that is sad. So when you choose to entertain him, you actually make it easier for him to stay in his relationship, because he'll have his little thing on the side, and it'll make him feel better about the miserable relationship that he is in. Reason two, y'all know when Glorilla said, I ain't got no ninja and a ninja ain't got me? Well, you won't have a ninja, but he will have you. So he will be taken and unavailable for you, but he will believe that you need to be single and only for him. So therefore, he will keep you out of the dating market. This is called being selfish. This is not called love. How can you say somebody truly loves you if they're being inconsiderate towards you and they're only thinking about what benefits them? This is why it never works out with a man that's already taken, because he's doing all the winning and the women that he is dealing with is doing all the losing. A man that wants you all to himself while he can only give you crumbs is abusive, and we need to call it as it is. Number three, you will eventually find out why the wife doesn't want to deal with him. See, they're going to give you this sob story, this little sad story of they're not being treated right. They're not getting emotional, their sensual needs met. They're going to give you all of that, right? The more you deal with them, the longer you will realize why that woman doesn't want to deal with them. They'll eventually show themselves. So all them little sob stories they gave you about they're just such a good man and they're being mistreated, they're not being taken care of. I'm going to tell you this. Sometimes that is true, but an actual good man will never put you in a circumstance of you wasting your life and your time while he's entertaining something else. A good man won't do that. A good man will say, let me go through my separation and my divorce, and then we can get to know each other. I can promise. Eventually, you will start to hate him for the same reasons that his wife hated him for. Give it some time. Dealing with a taken man is ultimately dealing with a emotionally unavailable, lack of self-awareness, codependent, selfish, narcissist male. Avoid it at all points. I would highly recommend that you avoid that unless you want your time wasted, your emotions played with, and to be constantly disrespected and left with the crumbs. I've seen women spend 30, 40 years being somebody's side chick, mystery woman. Don't be that woman. See the signs. If he's unavailable or taken, baby, hit the road. Hit the road. So this is the final look. I did take the corset off just because this, it's daytime. It was too much. But to sum it all up, this is why we can't be too impressed with long-term marriages. That's usually mainly raggedy, but people just been sticking into it. But also commitment from men, because a commitment from a man means nothing if there's not action, if there's not honor and respect and integrity behind that commitment. Quiet as it's kept, a lot of men will commit to you already planning to cheat on you. They'll commit to you just so they can cheat in peace, baby. But we'll talk about that another time.
These men are not ready to leave their wives. They do not leave their wives. There's no amount of sadness, no amount of tiredness of how fed up a man is and a husband is to his wife. Most of them will not leave. They don't leave. Why would they leave? Why should they leave? They still get things done. Things are still, they still benefit from the wife. So why would they want to leave? When they can practically just leave the house and go and cheat on their wives and still come back home and still do the same thing. Things are just different for them. So why would they want to leave their wives? So you, the other girl on the other end, you are with this married man thinking that, he spends the weekend with you, he stays a month with you, or both of you are traveling together, he's spending so much money for you, and you feel like one day he's going to leave his wife for me, or I'm going to be the real wife or something. Most of the time is not always like that. Most of the time, these men are not ready to leave their wives, and most of the time, you're the one that's going to not benefit. You're the one that is going to, how would I put it? You're the one losing. To be honest, you're the one losing, because the single ones that you're supposed to grab, if you really want marriage, for the ones that want marriage, right? The single ones that you're supposed to grab, you're not giving them attention because this one has already taken your attention. Most of these married men don't even want their side chick to have boyfriends. They are always jealous of their side chick boyfriends. They don't want anybody to come close to their side chick boyfriends. So their side chicks, they don't want boys to come close to their side chicks. So they're always very protective, right? Because they want to have you for themselves. Why they still have another woman that you're not ready to leave. That is why you see some side chick crying and be like, your wife is pregnant. You didn't tell me your wife. I thought you said you no longer sleep with your wife. They are lying. And what makes you think that a man that left a committed relationship, a vow relationship, to come and meet you outside that relationship, what makes you think that it's going to tell you the truth? What makes you think that whatever is going to tell you is going to be the truth? Or what makes you think that you can believe whatever comes out of his mouth? Someone that cannot be commented to, the woman that he promised to love forever and stay with her chicken thing. What makes you think that if he comes to meet you and tell you whatever he says, whatever comes out of his mouth is what's is going to be true? What makes you think that you can believe what comes out of this person's mouth? Right? So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And I don't think I see that video as something like I'm kind of covering my face for her. Kind of, but then it's not our fault. I blame these men that would not stick to their plans, and this all fall back to how marriage doesn't benefit women. And it's very hard for you to see a guy come out to say, all I do is date married women. I cannot do no, because even when a married woman wants to cheat, she sneaks and do it. But when a man does it, when the married man does it, he does it like with his full check, his friends, his family, everybody's going to be aware of it, and they will just be clapping for him like, sure guy, bad guy, bad guy. But when a woman does it, she has, in fact, our closest friends don't even know something like that is going on, because she has to sneak to do it. And that's what, for me, I feel like that's another way to tell you marriage doesn't benefit women. It is just benefit men, because a man can keep a woman inside the house and claim that he is committed to that woman and still go out there to sleep with other women, and he will still be praised for it. What is your take on today's video? And thank you all so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's your favorite again, Maria Davis. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.